It's a big night tomorrow night. Hockey Central Wednesday on the air at 6:30 Eastern on Sportsnet 1 ahead of the first Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey of the year. The Montreal Canadiens are in Toronto to face the Leafs, and the Flames take on the Oilers. All the action on Sportsnet 1. So MTL versus TOR and EDM against Calgary, CAL. Because that's how abbreviations work, right? Like there's a way that you do them, and that is the way you're supposed to do them, unless you're Elliot Friedman, because he has this thing on X where he likes to tweet out the games, and it doesn't make sense.
What in the world could that be?
Is this like a joke or he's serious?
What?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Holy
He's good? All right. Do you know why you're here?
No.
So Elliot Friedman is obviously known for breaking news on social media in the hockey world. He's also known for using some pretty wild abbreviations when promoting games on our network. We're gonna see if you can guess your own team abbreviation.
You know what? I got to tell you, that is a great quiz because I have a feeling I'm going to do worse than I think.
We're gonna test you with a few of them right now.
Thing.
Thing?
Just thing.
He actually did this? Yeah. Come on.
Who did I do that to?
You think that's the Tampa Bay Lightning?
That's got to be the Tampa Bay Lightning.
That's a NHL team? Like, this is a team. Chow.
The Italian national team?
Chicago.
Oh, that's a joke. I should have known that.
Gosh, it's harder than I thought.
I mean, that's Miami, MIA. We don't have a Miami team. Minnesota?
Oh, Minnesota.
RRS?
RRS. I cannot remember who that is.
This is making me think too hard. Come on.
Just going through all the teams. Oh, Rangers.
There you go.
Yeah, Rangers.
This is insane.
New York Islanders?
Nope.
No clues. You can't give me clues because I came up with this garbage.
That's gotta be Nashville.
I know I miss it. Oh, Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville, yes. Niall was Nashville.
I just wish I can get in his head and figure out why.
Hockey's supposed to be fun. Just make people laugh and have a good time. That's all.
Okay, when I saw that earlier today, I texted him. I thought this whole time it was autocorrect screwing him over.
No.
But he does it on purpose.
He does it on purpose. He confirmed
Messing
today.
with the public for years.
I was going to say, take off the oven mitts when you're typing, dude. What the heck is that?
I love
stuff.
how he couldn't even figure out what
It's
it was.
enjoyable.
So what's coming up? COO versus lOS. That's Elliot's official abbreviation. It's not actually an abbreviation for the upcoming matchup.
I'll see you tomorrow, Freach.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Elliot. Final thoughts ahead of Colorado taking on the Kings, expectation?
It's going to be a good hockey game. Honestly, I see the Kings regressing possibly a little bit. I'm big on this Colorado team. Like, from the top down, they're fairly deep. Do you believe in Mackenzie Blackwood, I guess would be the question, but they're fast. They got to stay healthy, and they have one of the best players in the world.
When the coach says that's the deepest team they've had since they won the Cup, I believe him. He's been around a long time. He knows the team better than anybody. And when you have McKinnon and Makar, you have a chance to win every night and go 82-0.
As I said, I think this is an underrated team somehow headed into the season. You can't call them a dark horse, but I think they're one of the favorites to win the Stanley Cup. Okay, that's all for us for opening night. Enjoy the game. We will send you now to Los Angeles, California, and the ESPN crew of John Bucci-Cross and Cassie Campbell-Pascal as it's the opening ceremony on opening night.
That's out of the lineup. You can try to replace the points. You can try to replace the minutes. You can't replace the leadership. And I think he is very instrumental to the success of this team.
All our predictions, by the way, are on ESPN.com. Your boy Leaves over here picked the Kings to win the Cup this year.
Wow.
I thought it'd be a nice touch for Kopitar in his final season. Little Disney Hollywood movie.
But you're betting with your heart.
Well, I'm taking a shot. Anybody can pick Carolina to win the Cup. The other thing is, if you win that division, maybe you can avoid the Oilers in the first round and have a better path, at least, to the Cup. As you see, introductions are going on live in Los Angeles. How are we feeling about the buckets the Kings are wearing tonight?
Now I see the uniforms a little sparkly on their sleeves and the
a little different.
Yeah, they actually look really good. I like them.
Kings have good colors to work with.
You like the old purple and gold?
I did like the Triple Crown line purple.
Gene
and gold.
Carr? You rarely see the silver bucket there. That's,
Right.
That's a new one.
Oh, she said the black jerseys can be intimidating to play against.
They can be. Or maybe it was just the massive defenseman I had to go against back in the day. I'm not sure.
We're going to let you listen in live as we get back to the captain who was gracious enough to take us with him on his drive to crypto.com today. And if you're just joining us and haven't heard, Anze Kopitar, longtime captain of the Kings, future Hall of Famer, one of the great underrated players, really probably doesn't get enough national love that he should. He has announced this will be his final season, and so therefore his final home opener with the Los Angeles Kings.
I'm kind of liking the helmets as well.
Digging it?
Yeah.
We're up to Drew Doughty. I wonder if Doughty makes Team Canada again for the Olympics. It'd be fascinating. So I wouldn't doubt Doughty. Didn't mean to do that. All right, let's take you inside for all the feels from the game.
Number 11, aNGELES. They are your Los Angeles Kings.
This opening night in this his final NHL season. He made that announcement at the start of training camp to get it out of the way.
Yes, here's the starting lineup for your Kings presented by Venbrook.
Colorado Avalanche wait on the other side of the ice as we await the national anthem, and this crowd is ready to go with Go Kings Go.
As we honor America, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your hats. And welcome our IBW and NICA hero of the game, Lieutenant Junior Grade Jaron Mendiola of the United States Coast Guard. On behalf of the Los Angeles Kings, we thank you for your service and dedication to our country. Here to perform the national anthem of the United States of America, please welcome Iron Maiden's legendary lead singer, the one and only Bruce Dickinson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Bruce Dickinson.
Bruce Dickinson can still wail the national anthem here on opening night in Los Angeles. Iron sharpens iron, and that man, the two-time Stanley Cup champion, the greatest king of them all, Wayne Gretzky, certainly the greatest player to play for the Kings. But when you talk about the greatest king, it's that man right there.
Yeah, no question about it. He's what he means to the organization, and he'll have a role post this year as well, no doubt about it.
35-year-old Darcy Kemper, the pride of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, starts in net for the Kings. The Avalanche used 6 goalies last year in the regular season, one of 5 teams to do that and still make the playoffs. Mackenzie Blackwood, normal starter, injured, so it'll be Scott Wedgwood in net for Colorado tonight.
And Mackenzie Blackwood at home in Colorado, working with the goalie coach in UC Parkala. Won't play in game number 2, but a possibility for game number 3 for Colorado.
Deneau takes the opening face-off for the Kings against the Nathan MacKinnon line. Gabriel Landeskog will appear in his first regular season game in over 3.5 years. Lehkonen, Natchez, and MacKinnon. Natchez and Kempe, 2 players in the same boat, both in need of a new contract after this season. Neither side, team and player agent, can get together yet.
Well, Jared Bednar is going to like the back check by Natchez right off the hop. They get on the forecheck, but the Kings come the other way, and he negates the chance.
Offside at the line as Gabriel Landeskog is now on the ice. What a return this has been from that knee injury.
It's really special, and you and I actually got to walk back to our hotel this morning after the skate, and there he was with Nathan MacKinnon, and just so valuable to the organization, does so many things right. I mean, even a fight in preseason as he was trying to protect Makar, and just so respected in that dressing room.
He's on the wing. Brock Nelson in the middle. Deadline trade acquisition last spring. And Val Nichushkin, such a key part of this team. If he can stay on the ice, number 13 is a all-around dangerous player. The Avs feel like they have Stanley Cup depth on their team. When they won their Stanley Cup in 2022, Naz Kadri was at second-line center. Nelson has looked outstanding in training camp. Brent Burns, 40 years old, out there on D with Sam Girard. Colton, Drury, and Nichushkin still out there for Colorado. Byfield tries to shake and bake. Pass in front. Byfield, big save by Wedgwood with the right pad. An excellent grade A chance for Quinton Byfield.
Quinton Byfield just showing his strength in the offensive zone. A really good stick lift that creates that last chance for the LA Kings.
Excellent second line for the Kings with Fiala, but back come the Avalanche. Victor Olofsson behind the net. Edmondson, fire pokes it up the wall. There's LaFerriere. We're out there with Fiala and Byfield. Again, an excellent second line for LA. Byfield hit on Manson. Coach Jim Hiller talked about the work ethic of Byfield as he wants a penalty. Play continues. 35-year-old Darcy Kemper up the wall. Here comes LA again. Turcotte, the 4th-line center. Joe Armia, a new player Kenny Holland signed in the offseason. New GM, Kenny Holland, hired by Luc Robitaille to basically win a playoff round. They haven't won one since they won the Cup in 2014.
And his old team, the Oilers, have been their nemesis, and maybe hoping Kenny Holland can bring something to the table that helps the Kings finally beat them in round 1.
Burns, pass off pad. That Kemper steered aside, but no Av was there for the rebound. Devon Taves stretches it up to Natchez. He's knocked down by Trevor Moore. Taves and Makar. Makar won his 2nd Norris after last year's outstanding season. The Deneau line that started the game is back out there for LA. Warren Fogle. Good stick by Taves. Goes towards Makar. Good pinch by Doughty, who seems fully healthy. MacKinnon. Good stick work by Mikey Anderson. Excellent defensive defenseman for the LA Kings. Number 44 in black. A jersey drop for the Kings on opening night with the new and improved silver buckets.
Well, this isn't the shinny hockey that you see in the summer or the preseason. Sometimes both these teams have come out here early to play some big hits, good puck movement, and a ton of speed so far, Bucci.
There's Kopitar. Takes a bump from Landeskog. Captain on captain. Nichushkin Rangy forward. Excellent speed. Can really do it all for this team. Could this be a career year? Wedge with the save on Kopitar's long wrist shot.
Well, Quinton Byfield, I think, played some of his best hockey of his career last year. And Jim Hiller told us prior to the game, he said, watch him this year. Look at the nice little stick lift there on Nathan MacKinnon. He sets up this chance, and he gets a second opportunity. Kempe made a hit earlier, and there's Byfield finishing his check on Josh Manson. Just brings a physical element, a ton of skill, and really worked on his one-timer, which he's hoping helps him, especially on that power play.
23 years old. Hasn't been a great face-off guy like a lot of young players are. He's waved out of that one. Just 44% last year. Ferrier, though, wins it on his backhand. Grant Clark down the wall. Manson chops it. Good play by Byfield. Looking. Protecting the puck. Cycles down low. Ferrier. Former Harvard Crimson. Here's Byfield at the point. Towards the net. Didn't get there. Hit a few bodies. The puck goes to the corner to Landeskog, and he'll chip it towards center. Ferrier down to Byfield. Byfield looking, wrist shot, good stick work, and it goes to the opposite corner. Sam Malinsky. Here come the Avs. Landeskog, end of the shift. They'll dump and change. Fourth line back out there for the Kings. Malott. Number 39 in black. No icing as Doughty goes back to play for it. Gave up drinking and golf this summer, he said. He got lonely at times. All his boys are having a good time. He really wanted to commit to a healthy season after last year's frustration.
I find that hard to believe, but he said he did it, and that's commitment for sure.
Fractured that ankle last year during training camp. Here comes Turcotte. Makar with a good defensive play. He and Taves are out there. In front, shot, just wide. Grade A chance for Malott as he goes and changes now. That would have been his first NHL goal. Just his 14th NHL game.
In the last couple of minutes, the ice has been tilted in LA's favor, and they get in on the forecheck. They love to be aggressive. They'll have three guys down low. And there you can see just some extra work in the corner. Comes out right to Malott. He just doesn't get the shot off that he would have liked. And how about Scott Wedgwood? This is just his second time starting opening night for a team, and the last time he did it was last year with Nashville.
The 33-year-old had a great year last year. Remember, there was a dumpster fire with their goalies early. They trade for Blackwood. They get Wedgwood as well. 1.99 goals against last year. 13-4-1 with the Avs as they settle down their goaltending situation.
And, you know, he knows it's a big year. He changed his training a little bit. He's got into Pilates, bought himself a reformer, and works on his strength inflection. You know, when the goaltenders reach out to make a save, he wants to be strong in those areas, and he knows he might have to play a bigger role this year with Mackenzie Blackwood dealing with his injury.
Here comes Parker Kelly with speed, attacking over the net. As it got deflected over, Darcy Kemper tried to glove it, couldn't quite get it. Dumoulin and Ceci, the two new acquisitions by new GM Kenny Holland. Brian Dumoulin, two-time Stanley Cup winner with the Penguins early in his career. This will be icing on the Kings.
What keeps you motivated at this stage of your career?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
Colorado used 49 players last year. 49. Most in the league by far, and still got 102 points. So you can see Jim Hiller wants this Deneau line against the MacKinnon line early on. Here's Deneau towards Fogle. Back come the Avs with numbers now. Natchez, Taves, Lehkonen. Here's Lehkonen. MacKinnon down the middle. Lehkonen tried to go to MacKinnon. Deflected to the corner, and Doughty is out there now. He's double teamed, though, by MacKinnon and Taves. But the Kings again get it out. It's going to come towards Kempe. away. One-handed save by Wedgwood. And back comes McCarr the other way. Great pace in the early going here in Los Angeles.
The transition of both these teams tonight just so quick.
There's a neutral zone turnover. Back the other way. Nichushkin. He lost it, and Mikey Anderson chips it out. Manson tried to bat it with the glove. Couldn't do it. Here comes Kopitar on the forecheck. Landeskog back out there. Beautiful play on the wall to Brock Nelson. He leaves it for Nichushkin. Quick shot into the glove of Darcy Kemper. Great action early on here in Los Angeles as the Kings and Avs getting together on opening night in Los Angeles.
Go forward 15 seconds.
Well, what a legend. The greatest king of them all, Anze Kopitar, announced before training camp began this would be it. No king has played more games, third in goals, and two-time Stanley Cup winner, Cassie.
Yeah, captain since 2016. You know, the one thing, though, Bucci, is his kids have never seen him win the Stanley Cup, and that was something he mentioned. He said, listen, I don't want this whole season to be about me. He goes, I want to get out in front of this, but this is about the LA Kings, and it just shows how humble he is, how respectful he is of the game, and probably one of the most respected players in the game today, if you ask all the NHL players around him.
2 Selkies, 3 Lady Bings. He and Clayton Kershaw on the same day here in Los Angeles announced this would be it.
And 16 points in his last 7 home openers.
Drury's shot deflected wide as Drury and Olsen and Colton are out there for the Avalanche. They would love this third line to get some early season cohesion and pop in a few goals and really give the Avs some depth. Brent Burns back to get it. Shot off the turnover. Here's Edmondson. Behind the net, gets by him. Brant Clark, aggressive pinch, sends it right back to the other side to Edmondson. Wedgwood saves the soft shot from Edmondson and covers up.
Jared Bednar was asked this morning about how he's going to manage Gabe Landeskog, and he says, listen, of course the 3 and 4 nights we'll have to work on that, or the back-to-backs, but he says he looks healthy. He's had a great preseason. He felt good last year in the playoffs, and really important to have a full summer of training for him, knowing that he's going to start the season. But you know he'll be watching his minutes and talking with the trainers to make sure that he manages Landeskog, important part of this team.
Natchez gets stripped by Moore, but then Natchez gets it back. Mikey Anderson up the wall. Here comes Deneau now. He's for Trevor Moore. Easy save by Wedgwood. Moore back to the point to Anderson. No lane to shoot. Goes back to Moore. He can't handle Deneau. Up the wall. Controls. This is what you want against the McKinnon line, and to have the puck in your end. And this line's been good so far. One-timer blocked by McCarr. He was looking to spring out early, but he couldn't. And now Moore has room. Watched by Taves. Try to pass it in front. Couldn't do it. Throws it towards the right point. Doughty gets there in time. Goes right back to Moore. In front! Fiala can't handle, and here come the Avs now. Natchez, after playing defense, the McKinnon line will have to change.
Yeah, they were pretty much in their own zone that entire shift. Good job by the LA Kings in that third line.
LaFerriere out there with Byfield and Fiala. Fiala, career high 35 goals last year, number 22. Brian Dumoulin. Turnover. Brindley shot deflected high in the netting. So Gavin Brindley, acquired in the offseason in the Charlie Coyle trade to Columbus, gets the start on opening night. Had the puck on his stick there, and it deflected in the netting.
Well, Dumoulin had patience, made a good move initially, and went to pass this to LaFerriere, and watch it just bounces weirdly off the boards and comes right to the middle of the ice, and what a look. Nice job by Dumoulin, though, right? You see the turnover occur, you get out, you block the shot. He gets a piece of this here.
And there's Brindley. Grew up in Estero, Florida. That's between Naples and Fort Myers. His dad, Ryan, is here tonight. He played college hockey at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Played 10 years of pro hockey, mostly in the ECHL. He won an ECHL championship in South Carolina. His teammate, one of his teammates, Jared Bednar, who's now coaching his son tonight.
That's hockey for you.
2001 South Carolina Stingray Championship. Gavin Brindley's dad and Jared Bednar as a player were teammates. Manson shot blocked. Manson has it again. Sends it across towards Malinsky. Again, playing his off wing to start this season. The Avs have too many righties. Here comes Landeskog. Fires. Deflected just wide. Malinsky again on his backhand. Right-handed shot. Manson plays the right point. Quick shot wide from Landeskog.
Kemper didn't see that.
It's the best shift of the game for the Avalanche. Nelson in front. Good stick by Dumoulin. He and Cece's job is to protect the blue paint. Here come the Kings with numbers. Kuzmenko can't handle. He had Kempe on his left and a chance to finish. Kempe and Kuzmenko both are shooters playing with the pass-first Kopitar in that top line. Kuzmenko, a great acquisition after the trade deadline. Only Rantanen had more points in the NHL after the trade deadline.
Well, just a perfect role for him. Top line and power play #1.
And he's playing for a contract as well. He and Kempe, both UFAs, and Kopitar retiring, so none of them could be back next year. Edmondson towards Clark, can't handle. Pass in front. It's loose. Clark has it now. Beautiful move by the talented Brent Clark, number 92. Playing with the steady Edmondson. Stanley Cup champion with St. Louis in 2019. Clark and the Kings just giving up 2 shots on goal so far against the mighty Avalanche. The jerseys have dropped and they're already for sale here at the LA King Pro Shop. Norwegian Cruise Line NHL Face-Off brought to you by Norwegian Cruise Line. Welcome back to LA. Jared Bednar joins us now. Coach, just 2 shots on goal so far. Why is it difficult getting shots right now?
Well, we've had a little tough time coming up with the puck off our forecheck here, so I think a little bit better puck placement on some of these, and we got to make sure we're skating with not just our F1 but also our F2. We got to get in there and make some contact and be a little bit more disruptive to get the puck back.
Jared, the Kings like to send 3 down low in the offensive zone. Do you think you guys can do a better job just transitioning up and catching 3 down low?
Well, that's the time to do it, I think. You know, like they're pretty patient in the neutral zone on the if we're on our regroups, but coming out of the D zone, if we get jumping here a little bit with our defense and our forwards, I think that's the time to try and catch them on the rush and get some numerical advantage heading up the ice.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
The Avs have 11 shot attempts. 7 have been blocked by the Kings. And the Kings will be a good shot-blocking team because that's what their defensive core does the best.
Yeah, I like what Jared Bednar is doing here, though. The McKinnon line was out there, maybe 30, 35 seconds. He gets an offensive zone face-off on the ice, and he keeps them out there. Maybe sees something happening and generating here in this last 30 seconds or so.
The McKinnon line back out there, and again, he's eyeball to eyeball with Philip Deneau. That'll be the matchup for Jim Hiller tonight. Makar shot deflected over the head of Kemper and off the glass, and Trevor Moore.
Again, another shot by the Avs that Kemper did not see.
Natchez, dangerous. Watched by Mikey Anderson, an excellent one-on-one defender for LA. Warren Fogle will take it, throws it across to Anderson. He'll fire it in with 8 minutes left in the first. John Butchergross, Cassie Campbell Pascal with you from Los Angeles. Game 3 of our opening night triple header. The Panthers and the Penguins, the first 2 winners on opening day. Here comes Nichuski. Sends it in deep. There's Cody Cece to Dumoulin. Beautiful play and a nice clean breakout. But Nelson gets his skates on it. Byfield, his pass intercepted by Nichuski. He's attacking Dumoulin. Backhander goes wide. Nelson. The last time this line was out there, they had a very good shift. Walensky. It's Fiala who breaks it up. Kachuskin has it back. And Landeskog in deep. Saved by Kemper, and he covers up as Nelson whacks at his glove. And Byfield doesn't like it.
It's a little slow. Here.
We've seen Nelson involved already in this game with a couple of Kings here. It's Quinton Byfield earlier. It was Brian Dumoulin on a shift, but a nice job by Landeskog. Just stays patient, stays low behind the defenseman, and the Kings actually lose him. He gets a good chance just driving to the net, and Kemper had to be sharp. But just really good hockey IQ there by Landeskog. Just kind of gets lost in the weeds behind Ceci.
Landeskog did play 5 playoff games last year. Seemed like he was going to be kind of a ceremonial, maybe motivational player, you would think, after missing 3.5 years, and he was good.
Yeah, that series went to 7 games, eventually won by Dallas, but he came in and looked like he hadn't missed a beat, really.
Oh, 4 points in 5 games. Gerard shot, saved by Kemper. It's loose. Edmondson battling low. And that's what those big defensemen, Ceci and Dumoulin and Edmondson, can do. They can box out and protect their goalie. Kivirant's a nice move. That looked like that was onside, but called offside at the line as Gavin Brindley couldn't stay onside. Hey, this reminder, featured upcoming games. TNT's Wednesday doubleheader tomorrow. Bruins, Capitals, followed by Kings. Back-to-back in Vegas against the Golden Knights. NHL Network Saturday matchup as the Blackhawks hosting the Canadiens at 7.
Just a little tweak for the Avs as Gerard looks to be playing with Brent Burns now, Malinsky with Manson. So we'll see if that stays the same way here.
Gavin Brindley again played 1 game with Columbus. He was a 2nd-round pick the year they drafted Fantilli, his Michigan teammate. Then they took Brindley, but when they sent Charlie Coyle to Columbus, it cost Columbus Brindley, and he had a great camp, and here he is on the 4th line to at least start the season. Here's Kopitar with Kempe and Kuzmenko. Kempe shot blocked by Burns. Edmondson has room. Fires wide on purpose, deflects out in front. Kopitar tied up by Burns, and then hit by Kelly.
That was a big hit by Kelly on Kopitar.
Here comes Brindley. Shot! Blocker saved by Kemper. Another rebound wide of Kemper. So the rookie Brindley's had a couple of chances in this game.
And his 4th line for the Avs get out there and they do some business. Kelly with a big hit, and then Brindley with his chance here. Head up the entire way, and Kemper just gets his blocker on. And I love the way he attacked the dots, tried to get inside, get himself a better angle, and he's had some jump here early.
He's a little fellow, but he is smart and tenacious. He had a great 2-year career at Michigan, 81 games, 91 points, so very productive college player. Had Fantilli for 1 year, on his own for the 2nd year. Here's Drury in front, saved by Kemper, another beauty. High danger chance by Ross Colton, who has the puck back. Runs into his own man, close to being offside at the line, as the Kings take it behind their own net. Malott out there now. His brother's a UFC fighter who fights this weekend in Toronto. Jeff had a good fight last year with Brandon Carlo of the Leafs. And he has the puck right now. Drury boxes him out, takes it away. Nifty pass by McCarr to begin the breakout. Olsen tape to tape. Taves too far. And that'll be icing. Let's take a look at some numbers powered by the SAP Coaching Insights app. And you like to have as much balance as you can, home and away. Last year, they were an absolute wagon here at home.
Yeah, it was almost pretty much a guarantee. And I think having some defensemen that Jim Hiller will trust, in the sense of Brian Dumoulin, that I think that road record is going to be a little bit better because the matchups are going to be a little bit more in the Kings' favor with some more experience back there and big bodies.
Doughty's shot is blocked. Avalanche had the last 5 shots. Kings no shots in the last 6+ minutes. Doughty had a shot attempt there, but it was blocked, not on goal. Here's Trevor Moore now. Moore surrounded by Avs players as he goes over the line. And even 5 minutes left in the opening period in Los Angeles.
Dodgers.
Well, Gabriel Landeskog announced his return to the NHL during the preseason, fighting Sam Lipkin. Cale Makar had taken kind of a high hit. He didn't like it, and the captain went to work.
Well, if you thought he was going to come back and just ease his way into it, that's not the way Gabe Landeskog plays. So why not test yourself in preseason, your strength, and that's him. That he is not going to change. And you know, if he couldn't play that way, he wouldn't have come back. And it's amazing to watch his return to play for as long as he was out of the lineup. He really has not missed a beat.
Fighting Sam Lipkin, former Quinnipiac Bobcat hero. He had the overtime national championship winning pass to Jacob Quillen against the mighty Minnesota Golden Gophers that won them a natty back in Tampa Bay. Tampa, Florida. What a moment that was for Lipkin. And then there, hello, NHL. Fogle shot, saved by Wedgwood. There's Girard out there with Manson. A left-right pair as Manson carries the mail, gains the red line. Taken away by Moore. Lehkonen gets it back. 6 shots on goal apiece in Los Angeles. Good pace and good energy to this game thus far, but neither team has quite found the back of the net. Byfield has hopped tonight. Leaves it. Ferrier has it. Behind the net. Good play by Malinsky to take it away. And here's Brent Burns. Backhand chips it out. They get the icing call.
Nate McKinnon wasn't happy after that shift, but he'll be happy when he sees the video. Some of the chances that Colorado's had in the first period, and Dumoulin blocks that one. Otherwise, Brindley would have had a really good shot. Landeskog finds some space down low, and then Brindley showing his speed again. And they're really starting to build as this period's gone along, getting some chances there. That one from Ross Colton. Jack Drury on the forecheck. It was a bit of a slow start. They had a bunch of their shots blocked, but they've started to pick it up here as of late.
Under 4 to go in the opening period. We mentioned the Kings will head to Vegas after this game and take on the Golden Knights. They have a tough start to the regular season, do the Kings. Got to go to Winnipeg then. They go to Minnesota. Here comes Fiala. Can't quite tee it up. And Nichushkin takes it away. That would have been a great chance for number 22 in black and silver.
You know, if you want to be the best, if you're the LA Kings, why not play some of the best right off the hop? You know, let's just see how good we are. See what we need to work on. But boy, they do have a tough start.
Kelly to Brindley. Brindley behind the net. Kiviranta try to walk out in front with the puck, but forgot the puck. Watched by Dumoulin. Kopitar helps out down low. Was a true 200-foot player still. Kuzmenko can't control it. Here's the dangerous Makar. Cale Makar. Off his second Norris Trophy season. Had no help as the Avs were changing. Taves, another former Quinnipiac Bobcat, back there to get it. He can't handle Lehkonen. Carr will settle it down, and here comes Marty Necas. McKinnon out there now with Lehkonen and Necas. Aggressive pinch by Manson, but he loses the puck. Numbers the other way. Moore has Fogle. Moore! Try to go to Fogle. Malinsky's there.
What a back check by McKinnon there to help out his defenseman, and Manson just rushed that play by LA.
Under 2 to go in the opening period. Fogle fire it in and take off.
Oh, Malot's
we're gonna fight Malot! Malot fires in with the right. He's going after Manson. Big rights from Malot. Again, his brother's a UFC fighter. Manson comes back with the right. And this crowd is on its feet.
Wow.
Malot is becoming a crowd favorite here in Los Angeles.
And Landeskog having a few words for him as well. Well, Manson just steps up in the neutral zone on Warren Foegele, and Malot just doesn't like it, goes right after Manson. And here you'll see the hit here as Foegele goes to dump it in 1 second, and the shoulder right to the chest. And Malot comes out off the bench, and he's tapping his stick, and he's letting Manson know, I'm coming, and here we go. And that's a clean hit, a big one by Manson. And then Malot just comes flying in.
So he got the extra two, obviously initiating the fight.
Yeah, instigator coming right after, and long term, that's a good thing for the Kings to stick up to for your teammates. But what a big hit that was by Manson on Foegele in the neutral zone.
This Western Conference is filled with heavyweight contenders. It's the stronger conference of the two. Most of your Stanley Cup favorites are from this conference, and early in the season, you're trying to make statements.
And watch Landeskog. Is there going to be a response later in the game against Malot? We showed you the fight from the preseason. That's the way he thinks. He went right up to Jeff Malot to let him know, hey, I see what's going on here, and just keep your head up.
There are the favorites, the Oilers, the Avalanche, Vegas, Dallas, and of course the Kings are trying to get in that conversation. Yeah, we're not done tonight. Something else is going to happen. Early fireworks in LA as Foegele took the hard hit from Manson, and Jeff Malot off the bench and came in with an aggressive opening bell right hand. So a power play for the Avalanche to try to get one here late in the first. Makar, McKinnon, Necas, Nelson, Lehkonen. Here comes Nate. Necas throws it across to Nelson. Some great years on the island on the power play, Brock Nelson. Marty Necas across, McKinnon to Makar, back to McKinnon. Here's Necas in front, tipped by Nelson, saved by Kemper. Doughty can't get it out. Good stick by Byfield, intercepts the McKinnon pass.
45.
You heard Wedgwood tell him how much time is left, 45, 45. Dumoulin up the wall nicely. Good play by Kempe to box out Lehkonen, but he tips it in. They call it offside at the line.
Things are starting to get physical. Joel Edmondson was all over Nate McKinnon as he came into the zone. A couple little extra shots. Nate just looking for his spot on the power play. I like Brock Nelson. It seems to be the guy that the Avs want in front.
Didn't look like it was offside. I thought Lehkonen had that strip before they got the blue line, but that would have been a 3-on-1 for Colorado. Doesn't look like Jared Bednar likes it. They took a peek at the replay at the bench, and of course, once that whistle blows, it's too late. So the Avalanche have less than 30 seconds to try to get on the board first. Otherwise, the power play will bleed over into the second. Second unit, Burns, who's so great at getting pucks through. Did a good job last year in Carolina. Under 10 to go. Avs trying to beat the buzzer. Burns wide, and that'll do it. 27 seconds to begin the second period for the Avalanche on the power play. No score after 20. Both goalies perfect. Steve Levy back in Bristol. What's up, buddy?
All right, Butchie, good to talk to you. Call me anytime. Text me, send me a fax if you'd like. With Mark Messier and TJ Oshie after a scoreless first in our National Hockey League opening night triple header. Some good fireworks there. We enjoyed that.
Right.
Everywhere, up and down.
I'm telling you.
Except maybe on the Rangers side at Madison Square Garden. Maybe we'll touch on that a little.
Guys, you hear the good news?
No, what?
Hockey's coming back, baby!
Y'all ready for this?
Êtes-vous prêts pour ça?
Wow.
Just like. Welcome back to the Taco Bell First Intermission Report.
Welcome back to the 2025 Norwegian Cruise Line NHL Face-Off. The Avs will begin the second period on the power play. They were the better team in the second half of that opening frame. Now time for Delivering More, brought to you by Norwegian Cruise Line. Cassie Campbell-Basco.
Well, why not talk Adrian Kempe just like Emily Kaplan was? He comes out with a little ovation, puts the hands up in the air. He's ready to play. A big hit on his first shift. He had 2 in that first period. He gets a nice chance here, albeit with just one hand. 22 miles per hour to create that chance. Also blocking some shots for the LA Kings as well, as this game remains at 0-0. But Adrian Kempe had a really good first period.
As the Avs will begin this second period on the power play. Welcome back inside. And again, Colorado really carried the play the second half of that first.
Yeah, I thought they did. They looked a little scrambly in the first half, a lot of one and dones in the offensive zone. But you're right, they started to get their legs moving in the neutral zone play for the Avs. That's where if they can get speed through the neutral zone, they'll start to create. Carter with a good first period, Adrian Kempe as well. This doesn't look like the first game of the NHL season. It looks like they've been battle tested and about 20 games in.
Yeah, the last 11 minutes, shot attempts 14, Colorado 4 LA.
Both goaltenders have been quietly good as well as the officials over at the Avs bench.
27 seconds left on the Kings penalty. Of course, Malott got the extra 2. ESPN Bet is the sports book for sports fans and an official partner of the NHL. Josh Manson, that hit and fight on his 34th birthday.
There we go.
Happy birthday, Josh, celebrating with some bellicosity. So a quick early second period power play for Colorado. Natchez can't handle. Makar takes the slap pass from Nelson. One more rush for Colorado. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Devon Taves. Beautiful. Tape to Lehkonen. Leaves for McKinnon with speed. McKinnon penalty coming up on the Kings. Natchez. Score! Marty, the one-man party makes it 1-0 Colorado.
You know, Natchez had a great first period, played the most of any Avs forward, had some great bat checks, good chances. But the time that he has in space to finish this, and there's the speed through the neutral zone, and who else? Nate McKinnon. You see the little hook there. He continues his feet moving, and look how much time and space Natchez has. And I like how he slides to his right. He brings the Kings defenders the other side. He comes over to the right. He has a lot more time and space there as Byfield just misses his check. And 1-0 Avs.
Natchez 27 goals last year, 11 with Colorado in his 30 regular season games. Of course, that blockbuster deal involving Mikko Rantanen. But Natchez, like Kempe, needs a contract. Olsen backhander. Bothers. So it's the Avalanche who get the first goal of the game. Just as the power play ended.
And Bucci. Josh Manson didn't start in the penalty box to start this period. We were wondering if there was an injury there, but he is now in the penalty box serving that penalty. So good news for the Avs that he's still not in the dressing room.
This will be icing on LA.
The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game. Off-the-ice player content you won't find anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats and ways to catch up on the game how you want, when you want. Hockey is better on the NHL app.
Nelson and Byfield. CC to Dumoulin, and here comes LA, now down 1-0. Reverse hit by Moore on Landeskog. Here's Nichushkin. Beautiful puck retrieval to Nelson. Gets away from him. Byfield chops it out of the zone. Girard sends it back in, blocked. And here comes Byfield. Byfield now. Rangy center iceman. Sends it in, he'll change.
Just a tough rim there by Byfield as he didn't recognize that his defensemen were changing, hoping that they were going to get that rim, and it ends up going right to the Avs.
Here comes Kempe. Kempe, zone entry. Here's Kopitar now. Takes it wide, watched by Taves. Kopitar still has it. Back to Kempe. Fires towards the net. Burns uses his boot to block that shot as he was boxing out Kuzmenko. Just onside. Nichushkin fires. Good stick by Brent Clark into the netting. And on that Natchez goal, Nathan MacKinnon gets the assist, and that's a significant one.
And watch Natchez just slow down to stay on side. He does a nice job just stretching back. And then watch him, he starts on the left, and watch him just pull himself to the right, recognizes all the LA Kings are looking at MacKinnon, and he knows he's going to have all the time and space to finish that shot exactly the way he wants. It's MacKinnon, 1,016 career points, most as an Avalanche player. Remarkable career.
Right. Taves shot blocked. Of course, Joe Sakic, the most in a career, but remember, he got a big head start with the Quebec Nordiques. So franchise history, it's still Joe Sakic as they are linked, but as an Avalanche, it is Nathan MacKinnon now, as Natchez gets his third career goal in a season opener as he takes the pass from MacKinnon. What a year he had last year. You know, assists, you don't think of him as a playmaker, but he had 84 assists last year, tied for the league lead. 84!
I know. I mean, Natchez a big part of that, and of course Rantanen earlier in the Avs season before the trade. But he makes wingers, as good as the wingers he's had to play with, he makes them even better.
Kelly gets kicked out.
And even when Rantanen left, you know, his production didn't decrease as many thought might happen. And in fact, he just was right on pace.
Fiala takes a twirl with his fourth line with Malott in the box. So he's out there with Armia and Turcotte. Here's Turcotte to the net. Turcotte, backhand pass, shot. No, never got Armia. Had a great chance, but it was blocked again by the Avalanche. Brindley goes after it. Tries to chop it to Dumoulin. Keeps it in. Armia. Down goes Dumoulin. Not called. Play continues. Kelly. Here's Brindley. Dumoulin. Armia. Here's Cody Ceci now. Ceci. He signed that 4-year, $4.5 million deal this summer.
And with Malott still in the box, it was Kevin Fiala who got that extra shift on the fourth line for the Kings, and they created some offensive zone chances.
Here comes Deneau, intercepted nicely by Taves. He still has it. Taves, MacKinnon, here comes Nate. Sticked away by Anderson. And then a bump on MacKinnon. Some cross checks on MacKinnon. Lehkonen behind the net. Back to Taves. Here's Malinsky out there with Taves. Jared Bednar said Malinsky would move around a little bit and take some shifts with Taves occasionally. course, Manson's still in the box. Dangerous play there. Beautiful slap pass. McKinnon, Natchez, Lehkonen stops. Again, good defense by Mikey Anderson, snuffing out the play.
And the battle between Anderson and McKinnon continues as we take a look at this last chance. Kevin Fiala's out there with the fourth line, and you can see this just hits McCarr as Wedgwood was going one way. A nice little back pass by Turcotte. And Armia with a good shot there. But you can feel the Avs getting some momentum through the neutral zone in this early part of the second period, and they become very dangerous when that occurs.
Yeah, they're starting to impose their will on this game. It began midway through the first period. Burns chops it out. 925 straight games for 40-year-old Brent Burns, fourth longest in NHL history behind Jarvis, Yandel, and number 1 Phil Kessel. Here comes Kopitar. Room shot over the shoulder of Wedgwood. Might have got a piece of it. The Kings are getting their chances. Kuzmenko reverses. Kopitar watched by Girard. Edmondson one-timer blocked. Goes to the corner. Kuzmenko wins the battle. Now Drury takes it from him, gives it to Burns. If Burns plays every game this year, he can break the consecutive game record next year in game 58. Signed a 1-year deal for $1 million with the Avalanche.
He just wants to win. He has a big chance here with the Avs.
Ceci to Fiala. He'll send it around. Ferrier, Byfield trying to make a quick shift, falls down. Ceci can't find one, now does into the glove of Scott Wedgwood.
Scott Wedgwood has looked really sharp, just really calm in the net. We mentioned earlier, just the first time that he's started a season opener in his career. The first time last year with Nashville against Dallas, it was a 4-3 loss. And one of those goaltenders that he'll talk to you forever in the morning. Hey, just nothing bothers him, recognizing this is a big year for him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Jeremy Swayman in him that way. We had a great conversation in the room today, talking about that off-season training and how his little Canadian town has changed. Here comes McKinnon! Glove save by Kemper. Natchez back to McCarr. The Avs are coming again here as Taves finds McKinnon. Shifts, loses it. Fiala sends it up to Byfield. Now Byfield attacks. Ferrier can't quite get it. And here come the Avalanche and Natchez. He's got McKinnon behind him. Stops on Anderson. Avs are changing. Malinsky's at the right point. Natchez threw it in front, but Byfield is there.
And Bednar getting that McKinnon line out almost every other shift, it seems, as he knows they've heated up here in this second period.
Here come the Kings now, looking to tie the game. Ceci fires. Where is it? It's in front, bouncing and goes to the corner. And here comes Gavin Brindley. Brindley, the 21-year-old in his second NHL game, gets shoved off the puck by Guserin. Comes to the left point, and there's Sam Malinsky. Malinsky fires! It's in! Sam Malinsky! His college coach, Mike Schaefer from Cornell, just recently retired, watching at home, and he sees his boy, his Cornell grad, make it 2-0 Colorado.
You know, you got to give Parker Kelly a ton of credit here. He blocks the shot in the D zone. It eventually goes up ice into the offensive zone. Him and Brindley in on the forecheck. They create the turnover, and Kivy Ranta in there as well. As Kemper was screened on this play, he doesn't see it. Ceci just doesn't get the stick of Kivy Ranta, but this is Sam Malinsky's goal in his first of the season.
His 100th NHL game, the 27-year-old, undrafted, really came on last year, really solidified himself as a real bona fide NHL player. He's going to have a career as you try to find that chance, you try to take advantage of it, and he has.
Well, just his first full season last year, and you know, they're really going to give him an opportunity. He watched a bunch of defensemen who play their offside, Heiskanen, Dursey, and he also watched video of himself playing on the offside, and you know, it just really was a student of it. He really wants to excel playing this left side, if that's the case for this part of the season.
So the Avalanche up 2-0 here now. That's an unassisted goal. Welinski. Down goes Manson as he's hit by Kempe. We'll see if there's any residual from that Manson hit. There was instant justice from Malott. Maybe we might have another tilt on this fight card tonight. Clark hit by Manson. Here comes Jack Drury. Up to Ross Colton, hit by Edmondson with a nice hip check. Colton then whacks him on the back with his stick. They trade slashes.
He goes right back at him.
Nichushkin now out there. Shot into the glove. Easy save by Kemper. And he gets the whistle. So after a slow, frustrating start, the Avalanche get on the board. Marty Necas made it 1-0. And Sam Malinsky made it 2-0. Colorado. It's brought to you by Mass Mutual.
Well, here's the speed we talked about through the neutral zone. A nice job by Lehkonen and Necas. Look at him staying on side, and then watch his read. He comes to where there is no defensive coverage. You look at Moore looking one way, Byfield, and then Kiviranta, give him a lot of credit, gets in on the forecheck as the F1 and creates a screen, but a nice job by Malinsky. I mean, look how many bodies he had to shoot through to get that first goal of the season. It was a pleasure talking to him this morning, too. Just so excited about this season to start and the opportunity to play alongside Brent Burns, which has changed now as this game's gone along. But you know that duo will be back together again at some point.
Fiala has a trailer. Edmondson, but it comes out of the zone. That's going to be offside as Byfield touches. And he was a bit anxious talking to us about playing that offside. That goal scored on the offside because one of the pluses, you can take the puck to the middle on your forehand.
100%. The worst thing about playing your offside is that you have to play more on your backhand. You have to take it from your backhand to your forehand. And in that case, you're right, Pucci. He's able to get that puck and bring it to the middle of the ice and get a better angle to take that shot on net. I always loved as a defenseman playing my offside because of the benefits of the offensive side of the game. Maybe it didn't do well for my defensive side of the game, but that was a long time ago.
AJ Malesko often says to me that you were kind of offensively selfish. It might have been off the record. I don't know. Here comes Byfield. Oh, he's trying to chip it to himself, but Ferrier has it. He's got Byfield, but the pass is in front. Fires! Saved by Wedgwood. Face-off inside the NHL is back. Get an all-access pass with never-before-seen footage and sound from players and coaches. The new season streaming now, only on Prime Video. Phenomenal season. I binge-watched the whole thing on Sunday.
Oh, no way.
I mean, it is 10 out of 10.
I have to do that then.
Absolutely phenomenal. Started with Brady Tkachuk and the young new father that he is, Johnny Gaudreau, and that amazingly emotional season last year in Columbus. Just really amazing stuff. You've got to check that out. Culminated, of course, with the Panthers and their back-to-back Cup wins. They got their rings, and they got their victory today on ESPN, Game 1, down in South Florida over the Chicago Blackhawks, who looked a little better here in game number 1. Frank Mazar is going to be a star. Man, talk about a skater.
Goal and assist, and you know, everyone wondering about that contract, but the Chicago Blackhawks early here have done their homework.
Fogle to the front. Kings digging at it. Still no whistle. Makar out with it. Gets it out of danger. Look at that move. Moore delivered leg trip. Nothing called. Puck squirts out. Nature's dangerous. Deneau. Turnover. Downey. Just wide. Kuzmenko behind the net. The Kings looking to make it a one-goal game. Anderson back to Doughty. Crowd's anticipating a goal. Kempe blocked nicely by McKinnon. Good defense by Nate. Kiviranta can't touch that. Would have been too many men. Good job by him to wait a second.
Well, the Avs needed that change desperately.
Turnover. Kiviranta wheels away from Kopitar. Takes it to the net. Kopitar knocks him down. Avs still have it. Here's Brindley. Delayed penalty. Brindley shot. Blocked. Going to be another Avalanche power play unless they score with the extra attacker. Manson. Malinsky can't shove that towards McKinnon. And here comes the penalty on the Kings. It's going to be a slashing call and another Avalanche power play.
Penalty. Number 6. 2-minute minor. Slashing.
Avs power play when we come back.
Hockey is here on ESPN.
Joins us. Hard time getting some offense going. That last shift was better. What do you need to do down 2 now?
Well, you saw us there. We forechecked a little bit. I think a couple rims. We pinned them in their own zone. We just missed high. We're going to have to do a little bit more than that. We've tried too much off the rush, not enough off the forecheck. That's kind of our game. Just muck it up down there and center to the net. So we're going to have to do that. They're playing pretty well. It's a good game, both teams. I didn't like the second goal. We should probably square here, or only down by 1, but here we are.
Good luck the rest of the way, Coach.
Okay, you got it.
Former Northern Michigan Wildcat. Jim was an excellent offensive college hockey player, had a 10-year pro career, much like Jared Benmar. They both played till they were about 30, 31 before they got into coaching, and his team is now down. Avalanche 0 for 1 in the power play so far tonight with 1 shot.
And a dangerous group on the ice for the Avs.
So Natchez, who scored tonight, off the McKinnon pass, out there with Nelson. McKinnon has the puck. McKinnon, Natchez, Nelson, Makar, Lehkonen. Lehkonen so good down low. McKinnon roams around in front, over the stick of Lehkonen. Nelson, Natchez, I should say. Nelson's on the other side. He's very dangerous there. McKinnon. Here comes Natchez now, looking for some room. Excellent pass, McKinnon. Nelson down low, has McKinnon. Swing and a miss, and cleared by Fogel.
What a play by Doughty there to read. There was the 2-on-1 was taken away from Anderson, and he just read that pass to McKinnon.
That was the slash by Joe Edmondson. That's why he's in the box. And the power play continues for Colorado, but it's Deneau who chips it out, and so far so good. Really a must-kill here for the Kings. Natchez can't enter the zone. Ceci and Dumoulin, the pair for the Kings out here on the PK. Nice play to Burns. Burns, here's McKinnon with room. Fires! Deflected by Ceci and into the netting.
And there you see the offensive presence on the second power play unit of Brent Burns. Comes off the bench, just slides across the blue line. Just a perfect pass over to McKinnon. Nice little touch. And Ceci does what he does best too. Gets down and blocks that shot.
McKinnon has led the league in shots 4 times in the past 7 seasons. He is looking to rip it. And they would like him, and he would like to get more than 32 goals this year that he had last year. Sure would like to get back up in that 40 range with as much as he fires it. Taves, quick shot! With Nichushkin in front, who's so dangerous there, number 13. Quickly got that on net.
And just the patience by Brent Burns. You know, we've seen a few outlet passes from the D zone. You know, he's playing with a new team, new systems, and on this power play, it looks like he's been part of this program for a long time. Just really good patience, reading his teammates so well.
Game 1,498 for Burns. 2 more for 1,500. has the puck here. Still big and strong and fast twitch. Still hungry for a Stanley Cup. Burns, fires! Stick save, 5-on-5 hockey. Edmondson is back, and he comes right out of the bench. Touches the puck to Doughty, and he gets the puck back. He'll fire it in and change. So the Kings get the must kill. Now they need to go on offense, and as Coach Jim Hiller told us, get some more mucky forechecking going on. Brant Clark, head up. He can provide some offense. Fiala, Kempe, fire! Wide on Clark's shot. Drury, Kiviranta, Colton's onside. Here comes Drury, turns away, back to the point. Manson to the net, deflected, rebound in front. Taken there by Dumoulin, who skates it out, 4-on-2, 4 wide for the Kings. Side of the net, Fiala, Wedgwood covers up.
That was great rebound control by Darcy Kemper as he kicks this puck out above 3 Avs players, which allows the Kings to go 4-on-2 and get this last chance. And Wedgwood just really good positioning. It was a no-look shot by Kevin Fiala as he just spins around to take it. But that all starts with a great save by Darcy Kemper, that last chance for the Kings.
Remember, Logan O'Connor, a really important third-line player for the Avalanche. He's out till November. He had some off-season hip surgery. So they got another reinforcement coming. They have pretty good bottom 6 depth now. They like Zakhar Bardakov, a young Russian looking to play his first game in the NHL. Shot wide. They opted for Brindley tonight, and then Kelly moved to the middle. So they got some numbers in the bottom 6, especially when O'Connor comes back. Malinsky, good job on that off wing to keep it in. Not as easy doing that, right? That's the hardest thing to do.
And that's the play right there. Where it's just a little awkward. You know, if it bounces off the glass funny to the middle of the ice, maybe it's in your favor. But again, you're trying to play it on the backhand.
And you don't want to get chipped behind you, right, and go the other way. Clark softly in front. Armia blocked. Armia can't quite get it through, and now Malinsky will send it in. Natchez attacks. Knocked down. McKinnon wide. Makar fakes it. Walks in. Makar saved by Kemper. Score! Nathan McKinnon. Arturi Lehkonen. Both grinding down low. And it's Lehkonen who taps it in. Finishing up on his stomach. And makes it 3-0. The attacking Avalanche putting pressure on the Kings.
Watch this play by Makar at the blue line. Jeff Malott comes out to challenge him. He fakes the shot and then busts down the middle of the seam, creates this opportunity. Kemper unable to control the rebound, but what a move by Makar. And good work in front by the Avalanche as Cody Ceci just sees the Avs players just coming at him left, right, and center.
And that's a classic Arturi Lehkonen goal. He had 27 last year. He was plus 36. He was that deadline deal they got when they won the Cup in 2022. They loved him. They signed him to an extension. What a great deal that was, especially at 4.5. A guy getting close to 30 goals at 4.5. And they just love his work ethic. He's a perfect complement to McKinnon and Natchez.
Well, he knows his role, right? Get to the net. Make plays, be a physical presence, block shots.
The Avs coming into this season with a little bit of desperation. Again, since the start of this decade, they've been the best team in the league in terms of winning percentage and points. But just the one cup. They want that second cup, that differential cup. And they feel like they have the team to do it.
Well, what a tough first-round series against Dallas. I mean, that's like a Western Conference final. Those two teams, it goes to 7. And that's what's motivated them all this summer and into the start of this year.
Just the third time in the last 2 seasons the Kings have trailed by 3 at home, 3 or more. They're normally good here. Deflected, just wide. That would have been okay from Brock Nelson as Gerard threw the wrist shot. After a slow start midway through the first, the Avalanche really started to turn this thing around.
Assistive touch menu. Double tap to open the menu.
Overwhelm the Kings a bit. .334 left in the second. The hit that energized this game, and a fight as well. It's all Avalanche right now. There's nothing like this great sport of hockey. We're so glad to be back with you on ESPN, the home of the Stanley Cup Final this year. And if you didn't see ESPN's Mike Farrell, amazing piece that led into our games, you got to check it out. Post it on my X feed if you want to. 1 game, 1 goal. 3 fellas who only played 1 game in the NHL. They each scored a goal but never had another chance. Never take anything for granted. The Kings desperately try to get a goal here late in the second. Kopitar threw that on the net. Kuzmenko was there, and there's the Russian who's also a UFA. And Kopitar already announced his retirement. Kuzmenko, 29-year-old Russian. He's jumped around the league, had a great start to his career in Vancouver. He's played for Calgary and Philadelphia last year, 3 teams last year. But he really seemed to find a home here playing with Kempe and Kopitar. Kopitar wins the faceoff. Edmondson, good job to out-battle Colt and keep it in. Kuzmenko working on Gerard. But Gerard does a nice job to help get that puck out. Here comes Olesen towards the net. Drury taken down. And taken down to the ice, but the Avs have it. Wrist shot by Makar. He has such a heavy wrist shot.
Again, he gets that lane open just simply because of his edge work and his ability to shift so quickly.
Nathan MacKinnon, 2 more assists tonight. Featured games coming up. TNT's doubleheader tomorrow. The Boston Bruins in Washington against the Capitals. These Kings back at it in Vegas against the Golden Knights. You see NHL Network has Montreal and Chicago as Jared Bednar looks on. He's got to be happy with his team tonight. Nathan MacKinnon loves to get off to good starts. 15 assists. Most assists in a season opener among active players. He's tied now with Backstrom and Hedman, Kopitar, Stamkos. Of course, Backstrom now enjoying playing over in Sweden now. Lehkonen scored the last goal. Here's Natchez. He has scored tonight. That pass, though, is stolen by Fiala. Ferrier comes in now. Tried to slide to Byfield. Gets it back. Throws it in front. Hoping Fiala would be there, but MacKinnon takes it. That shot flutters from the point from Anderson into the glove of Wedgwood.
You know, you think about the depth scoring, obviously Nate MacKinnon and what he does, but you look at last year, Natchez, Lehkonen, 27 goals, Nichushkin, 21, and didn't play a full season. Nelson comes in with 26 goals last year, and you're seeing some of that depth with Lehkonen scoring tonight, Natchez, and I know they play on the top line, but it's, you know, there's a lot of scoring on this Avs team, and don't count out Brock Nelson and what he's going to be able to bring to this group. Face-offs, defensive ability, that second line center that they've really missed since Nazem Kadri left the organization.
The year after they won the Cup, he cashed in Calgary. And yeah, that top 6, they are varied. They all have different skill sets. It's tough to find a better one in the league. Like, maybe someone's really close and you can argue, you can quibble, but you have leadership and fighters and muckers and skill and dishers, and it's just a great top 6. And Natchez, again, who needs a contract like Kempe, if he gets off to a hot start, those contracts tend to take care of themselves, don't they?
Yeah, without question. And
you fit here.
And you have chemistry with the best player on your
exactly.
team, in your organization.
It's hard to find.
That's going to help too.
And again, and like Emily Kaplan mentioned, it's these GMs getting used to new numbers. Kempe and Natchez probably don't feel like an $11 million player. David Pasternak signed for 11 and change, but the cap's up 20%.
Go forward 15 seconds.
Should make 20% more than 9, and that's now you're at 11. Turnover in front. Oh, what a save by Wedgwood on Turcotte. Another chance for the Kings. And Wedgwood denies Turcotte as that puck goes deflecting into the netting. From the green tees, Alex Turcotte with a chance.
And then this fourth line for the Kings starting to provide some energy. There's the turnover there. You can see it goes right back to Turcotte, who was in behind the defense of the Avs. Just a fortunate bounce for him and an unfortunate one for the Avs. And he just doesn't get it over the right pad of Wedgwood, who, give him credit, he has been excellent when called upon tonight.
A 3-goal second period for the Avalanche, out shooting Alex Turcotte and the Kings 10-5. Coming up on the 1 minute to go call here in Los Angeles. Here comes Nichushkin. Try to dangle through traffic. This puck management hasn't been the greatest in the neutral zone tonight. Little, at times, turning it over. He was flying in the morning skate today and looking to stay on the ice and maybe have a career year.
I think it's going to be, yeah, there's going to be a penalty here.
To the box goes Edmondson. Perhaps that puck was cleared into the netting. Edmondson doesn't like it.
I'm wondering if he closed his hand on the puck there. Let's take a look.
There's Edmonds. He must flick this right here. He must go over the...
Oh yeah, it goes right over the glass, and delay a game is going to be the call.
So power play Avalanche. They ended the first period with a power play that bled over to the second. And that could happen again. They got 30 seconds. Power plays 0 for 2 tonight. They had 1 shot on goal in each of the first 2 attempts. Here comes McKinnon. Lehkonen sends it over to Brock Nelson. Under 20 now. Trying to beat the buzzer and go up 4-0, but a good clear by the Kings. Natchez has to hurry. Here he comes. Wheeling through the neutral zone. Around Anderson. Natchez try to go short side shelf as the horn sounds, ending the second period.
That was a rocket by Natchez right off the helmet of Kemper.
Kemper keeps it out with his noggin. The Avs will begin the third with another power play. Steve Levy.
All right, Butchie, thanks very much.
Y'all ready for this?
That's right, hockey's back, and we're going to put it all on the ice tonight. Are you ready?
Êtes-vous prêts pour ça? Ready for this?
Hungry, you to the Discover.
It's eating dirty, baby.
Days.
Wow, there are a lot of pockets in this.
Yeah.
Welcome back as we take a look at Cale Makar and some of the work that he's done tonight. Leads all players with 16:28 of ice time. Some good defensive plays, good block. You try to contain him 1-on-5 in the offensive zone, he can still make a play. But watch this offensive zone stuff at the blue line as he just breaks the ankles of Jeff Malott and creates this opportunity for the Lehkonen goal. And once again, Cale Makar, such a star for the Avs.
Welcome back to the 2025 Norwegian Cruise Line NHL Face-Off, Game 3 of our opening night triple header. John Butchergoss, Cassie Campbell, Pascal. As we get set here for the third period, power play to begin the period for the Avalanche, and there's Cale Makar back out there for the Avs. Up 3-0 with 3 second period goals. Nate MacKinnon, a couple helpers already this evening. Remember, he had 84 last year, the tie for the league lead. He is a serious athlete who takes his job very seriously. He's always ready to go in game 1. Nelson behind the net, battling with Anderson. Doughty won't be able to get that out. Natchez has it. Quickly to Makar. Brock Nelson back to Makar. MacKinnon wants it. He has it. Attacks in front. Deflected off Doughty. And Kempe covers up.
Even with MacKinnon, you know, the little beaver tap on the ice, he just wants the puck so quickly as he was looking for that pass down from Natchez early on in this power play. And for the Kings, you know, you start 2 periods in a hockey game, killing a penalty, it just sets you back a little bit. You're a little bit on your heels to start in both situations. They need to find a way to get back in this hockey game. A big kill opportunity here for them.
30 seconds left on the Edmondson penalty. They're going to put the second back on the clock. Hold on. Get that thing back to 30. There it is. MacKinnon and Kopitar. Bucket to bucket. Kopitar wins it. Ceci able to clear. 1 minute gone in the final frame. 3-0 Avalanche. Natchez got the party started for Colorado with a goal. Malinsky and Lehkonen have followed. Makar. Nelson, that's his spot. One-timer from Makar goes wide. Wedgwood smacking his stick, letting his teammates know the penalty is just about to end, and Lehkonen off of MacKinnon pass in front, and Kemper had to make another high-danger save.
Just the patience there by Nate MacKinnon as we see him change the point of attack, uses the net to create this passing lane to Lehkonen. I mean, there's 2 Kings players there, but as he comes across the other side, that just opens the stick as they rotate ever so slightly for Lehkonen, and he gets another good chance there, and disappointed in himself he wasn't able to finish.
So the Kings kill off the penalty again. Now they got to scratch their way back in this game. Here comes Burns. Burns walks in. Good stick work there by Byfield. Trying to draw the penalty, he did. There's going to be a hooking penalty on Burns. So the Kings are going to get their power play. Kemper to the bench. Kopitar's the extra attacker. Here comes Byfield. Delayed penalty. Byfield enters the zone. Comes to Kopitar in front. Stick down by Olesen, and it's a hooking penalty on the 40-year-old Burns.
Number 84, Colorado's got a minor for hooking.
So the Kings get the penalty kill that they need early in this period, and within 2 minutes they have an opportunity now to go on the power play. And there you can just see the stick gets into the hands of Byfield. There's no question it's a hook there. And this building comes alive here in the third.
First chance with the man advantage. Kopitar will try to get it started. This is where he's so valuable, winning faceoffs to start power plays. They got it. Kempe at the top. This is a 5-forward power play for the Kings. Kempe Over to Fiala. Walks away. Shot blocked. Cleared. From the deadline on last year, the Kings ranked second in the NHL in goals per game, 3.68. They averaged 4 per game in the playoffs. They were hoping that would carry over, and hey, maybe we have an offensive team, but nothing yet so far tonight. Kopitar, it slides off his stick. Kempe, high off the glass, stays in. Kuzmenko to Kopitar behind the net. Back to Kuzmenko, gets away from him. Fiala. Kopitar, back to Fiala, gets by him though and out of the zone.
And a point of emphasis for the Avs. They're pressuring high with 5 forwards out there. The forwards aren't as comfortable as defense high up in the zone, and you can get the sense that the Avs feel if they pressure high, they're going to create some turnovers.
Second unit has a power play defenseman. That's Brent Clark. Out there with Doughty. In fact, they'll go with 2 defensemen on this second unit. Clark. He's almost like an extra forward out there when he really gets going. Deneau. Kept in. Here's Doughty. Ferrier back to Doughty. Clark. Clark has it back. Doughty one-timer. Saved by Wedgwood with the right pad. And the Avs clear. Armia gets some power play run on this second unit. He's a net front presence, number 40, trying to get there. They're set up for one more chance. Armia, kick save by Wedgwood, a beauty. Penalty over, Burns back on the ice. Clark keeps it in behind the net. Joe Armia, excellent shot. That was labeled far side low, but Wedgwood kicked the pad out. Deneau attacks. Deneau. One-touch pass from Clark to Doughty. Kings pressuring. Avs getting tired. Puck bounces. It's free in front, but Makar skates it out of trouble with that peerless skating. And his team can change. He can't, though. He's still on the ice. In front! And Wedgwood covers up another penalty coming up, though. It's going to be another hook. Here's the call.
Number 8, Colorado's got a minor for hooking.
Makar to the box. A minute 48 shift. He was the one who had the soft clear, but he couldn't get off the ice.
Yeah, he was trying to get off, and he ends up having to come back, and Dumoulin just attacks him, recognizing he's tired, and there you can see the stick gets into the hands of Dumoulin, who gets a nice chance off on Wedgwood, almost slips it 5-hole here. And Makar just exhausted.
2 shots on that first attempt. Armia had the best chance. That thing was labeled, and Wedgwood, man, he kicked out that right pad. That Pilates coming into play here in the third.
And sometimes those little one-handed hooks are let go, but because Dumoulin almost loses the puck, doesn't get the chance that he wants, that's where the officials are going to call it every time.
Like TJ Oshie, Wedgwood's groins are in fine shape tonight. Kelly will clear to begin this King power play. 5-forward unit back out there for the Kings. Kempe, Kopitar. Byfield, zone entry to Fiala, sends it across. Good passing by the Kings. Kopitar, Kuzmenko, Kopitar. Kuzmenko. Shot, Kempe deflected down by Kopitar just wide. Byfield battles, and the Avs are going to clear.
You just get the sense, Bucci, that this is the game here for the Kings. They desperately need a power play goal. Give themselves some light. The good chance there by Kopitar on that tip.
Just onside was Kopitar. But again, can't quite get into the zone clean and with possession to kind of set things up. And the second unit of the Kings will once again slowly make their way onto the ice. Deneau sends it in deep. Ferrier's got to get there. Working on Gerard. Nichushkin can't collect it. Puck squirts in front. Here's a chance. Doughty fires. Saved by Wedgwood. Kiviranta clears. See the urgency of Doughty trying to get pucks on net. With this man advantage, one more chance on the rush for the Kings. Doughty has it now. Walks to the center of the ice. Now they're set up. Doughty, Clark wants it. Has it. Grant Clark, the young defenseman. Ferrier back to Doughty. Shot blocked by Kelly. Doughty. 5-on-5. Doughty shot deflected into the netting. Another kill by the Avalanche. Back-to-back, just one shot on goal on that latest King power play. Scott Wedgwood gets the opening ice start. So far, he's pitching a perfect game. Thursday night, ESPN Plus featured matchups. There they are, Albie and Raleigh for that double Hurricane matchup. Cassie, you'll be in San Jose with John Kelly, the newest member of our ESPN play-by-play team, the voice of the Kings now, longtime voice of the St. Louis Blues. You'll hear John call games for us, and he'll be with you in San Jose.
Well, it's an honor to work with you tonight, and it'll be an honor to work with John on Thursday. What a treat for me.
Yes. A legend in the play-by-play business. Great family. Brother Dan Jr., of course, his pops might have been the greatest ever to do it. Him and Bob Cole right there as the top of the mountain for men who've called this great sport of hockey. Ceci shot. Deflects wide. In front. Turcotte had a chance. Fogle had a chance. Kings desperately trying to get on the board. A goal would energize this crowd and get them right back in it. Another penalty. This time it's on Fogle for holding. He can't believe it. He's looking around like, who, me? That's not what Jim Hiller and the Kings wanted.
Number 37, Ellie's got a minor for holding.
Well, the Kings were just starting to build some momentum. They get some power play opportunities. They had a lot of offensive zone time, and this is the call here, is the left arm.
Right there.
He just holds that left arm of Natchez.
So it's the Avs to go back on the power play. 0 for 3 tonight. Just 3 shots. The Kings have done a good job killing off these penalties. But they're playing with fire against all this talent. Anderson, what a nifty little pass to Doughty, who goes to Deneau and got the puck out. Mikey Anderson has played a strong game tonight, number 44.
You know, the Kings at the point here, Bucci, where they're going to have to go for some offense here on the penalty kill. You can see as soon as Moore got the puck in the D zone, that's what he was thinking as well.
I wonder if Clark, the young defenseman, might see more time to try to generate some offense. McCarr. Here's Nelson. Outstanding training camp, said Jared Bednar. He was flying. Number 11. Trade line last year at the deadline, then signed a 3-year contract. McCarr around the net, looking. Kings do a good job veering him to the corner. Doughty's right there. Byfield helping out. His energy's been great all night on both ends of the ice. Quentin Byfield. And he has the puck there and he clears.
That puck just got away from Byfield. Otherwise, I think he was thinking about going on the offense as well.
Marty Natchez back to Nate McKinnon. Collision at the line. Landeskog and Edmondson ran into each other, and that threw Landeskog offside.
You watch Landeskog just trying to stay on side and doing the groin pull, as TJ Oshie was talking about there, and just runs into the Kings defenseman.
Landeskog still under 10 minutes, 9:53 as he plays this shift, so he'll go over the 10-minute mark. So They're going to try to. It's going to be an interesting season managing him. Will they play back-to-backs? How hard do they go? Like a game like this, you're up 3-0, short shifts.
And even a play like that where you're extending the leg out, everyone just a big breath, make sure he gets up. You saw his teammates go over to him, are you all right? Those are the type of situations that scare you when you've had a knee injury like he had.
He has the puck now, first regular season game in over 3.5 years. Fogle out of the box. The Kings kill another Avalanche power play. Score remains 3-0. No shots for the Avs on that one. There's Gabe Landeskog. You mentioned after the morning skate, we're walking back to the hotel. They're at the same hotel that we are. And I asked him, can you squat? Can you do trap bar squats? Can you work on your legs? He lost. That's his horsepower. His butt and his quads are a hockey player's horsepower. And he lost that. You know, things will atrophy but now he's back. He's able to build that muscle back up and get as much of the skating back as possible.
No, he's looked unbelievable, and obviously you're up 3-0. You'll see him on the power play as you want to try and develop that early here in the season, but this is an opportunity for Jared Bednar just to watch his minutes play that third and fourth line, and you know that's in the back of the coach's mind as well. Make sure that he can play 82 games and into the postseason.
32 years old, turns 33 November 23rd. This is game 739 of his career. First missing 3.5 seasons. Just about 300 games. He would have been at 1,000 by now without that injury. Good fake by Dumoulin. Dumoulin behind the back. Kempe turns and fires. Good job by Sam Girardi. Man-to-man defense up high in the defensive zone. There's Fiala now. Trying to get away from Jack Drury. Both teams changing. Laferriere avoids the hit from Manson. There's Clark to Byfield. Good play by Taves to read that play. Intercepted momentarily. And here come the Avs. Under 10 to go in the final period. 3 second period goals by Colorado. Mackenzie Blackwood, beginning of the year, injured a bit. Not on the IR. That would have meant you had to sit out 3 games. So it doesn't look like game 2 will be set. Maybe game 3 for Blackwood.
And if you didn't hear us earlier, he is working with the goalie coach back home in Colorado. Another penalty here.
Yes, it's like Fiala. The Kings are shorthanded again.
Just an undisciplined play by Kevin Fiala, the cross-check.
2-minute minor, roughing.
The 2025 Norwegian Cruise Line NHL Face-Off. Brought to you by Norwegian Cruise Line. The final season of Anze Kopitar in the NHL. What a night for Scott Wedgwood.
You know, it really has been a good night. I mean, when the Kings had chances, he's been there for the Avs. To me, he's seeing the game so well. That chance there, he's there to make the save before the shot even comes. He's outside the blue paint. Nice little breakaway save there, partial breakaway. Turcotte earlier in the game, and he's been excellent for the Avs, getting this second start in an opening game in his career.
Here comes Natchez, fire, score! The second of the night. It's a power play goal. And the Avalanche lead 4-0.
Remember what TJ Oshie talked about in the intermission, how Natchez changed the angle of his stick. And what did he do in that first goal? Well, he went short side. So what does he do on this one?
Wow.
He goes far side. And you can see Kemper almost cheating to the short side after being beat earlier in the game. And Natchez just changes the angle of his stick and whammo for his second of the night.
And that is sending the LA faithful home here at 10:10 local time. Marty Natchez in need of a contract, stating his case tonight.
That one almost looked too easy, didn't it? Win the face-off, set play, boom, it's in the back of the net before you can even think about it.
He has bet on himself, didn't sign the long-term deal in Carolina, didn't like the Hurricanes number, played with the shorter deal that he's on now at 6.5, set to become a UFA next summer. You got a feeling the way he looks with Nathan MacKinnon, they're going to figure out a number soon. Got to think a full season with Nathan MacKinnon on that power play. He's a 30-35 goal guy.
Oh, easily.
It hasn't been that yet, but with this team, and he's only 26. Like he's just about to really enter the prime. Point per game guy last year, 83 points in 79 games. Shot blocked. But you start scoring mid-30s and you start getting close to 90 points. That puts you in a whole other level.
And on both those goals that we've seen tonight, Bucci, the space that he has, and that's because teams are focused on MacKinnon. You know, often two guys will go in his direction or McCarr's, and that just leaves more space for Natchez to do his business.
McCarr, who had 62 assists last year, has 2 tonight. He has a helper on the latest 2 goals by Lehkonen and Natchez. Nelson also gets an assist on that Natchez goal. 10th career multi-goal game for Natchez. Last 2 have come against these Kings. Here comes Doughty. Jack Drury. He's been given the opportunity to get that third line center job. Anderson to the net. Drury is there, boxing out Kempe, and he'll chip it out.
You know, Vegas watching this game too, as they'll play LA tomorrow, their home opener.
Fiala shot, saved by Wedgwood. It's there. That was Lehkonen who came sprawling back. Another penalty on the Avalanche. Saved Wedgwood. I think it's going to be MacKinnon this time as he collided with Clark, and now he's chirping with the bench. MacKinnon doesn't like it either, but he's going to the box. Edmondson comes over to support his teammate. He's talking to MacKinnon as MacKinnon gets into the box. First the chance, then the penalty.
Colorado penalty number 29. 2 minutes. Interference.
And here's the chance that Fiala creates. Little push there from Clark, and that's what MacKinnon, I don't think he liked it. It's almost a cross check to the back there. You see it of Lehkonen, and MacKinnon goes right after Clark. Wedgwood just taking a peek at his hand, the blocker side. A little jammed up there.
Yeah, looking at his finger, whether it was a jam or was it almost got a skate sometimes in traffic maybe, just making sure the digit's okay. So the Kings 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Here come the Avs shorthanded. Doughty's out there now, so a different unit. The 5 forward power play stays on the bench. They'll give this unit a chance now from the get-go. But Burns clears all the way down the ice. Nichushkin and Nelson with the first 2 forwards. Now it's Kelly out there along with Kiviranta. Ferrier dances to the net. Armia back to the point. 2 right-handed shot defensemen on this King power play. Clark. Deneau. Armia in the bumper. Now he goes to the net. Doughty Cross, Deneau, shot, save, Wedgwood. Puck is bouncing up on his shoulder. Clark knocks down Kiviranta, a shot, saved by Wedgwood on Armia. Penalty coming up again on the Avalanche. Going to be a 5-on-3. The Kings should give it up. They do, so they'll have 43 seconds of 5-on-3. They also could pull Kemper here. There's 5:24 to go. You're down 4. I'd consider pulling Kemper as well.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, Clark, again, he's creating some attention from the Avs.
Number 42, Colorado's got a minor for cross-checking.
Parker Kelly went in his direction, had a few words. Josh Manson with the cross-check penalty in front. One thing about the Clark is he's coming down into the blue paint area, trying to look for rebounds, create some traffic, looking for something on this power play for LA.
I mean, 6-on-3, the other team should really never get the puck. So there's almost no danger of an empty netter, but there are just 43 seconds. So the Kings will go with the 5-on-3 here, try to get on the board right there. Again, they're still upset at Clark and that kind of dangerous little shove he gave from behind to Lehkonen. Here's Kempe now. Kings need one. Kuzmenko, Kopitar, Kuzmenko, Kempe. Back to Kuzmenko. They got to attack. Kuzmenko fires. Byfield denied by Wedgwood. Kempe. Fiala. Back to Kempe. Fiala. Shot, score! Kevin Fiala. It's 4-1. Still on the power play.
Now with 12 seconds left in the McKinnon power play, that means Josh Manson's going to still stay in the box for the Avs, and there's life in this building. And Kevin Fiala, who's had a quiet night, in my opinion, has come alive here in the third period. After that penalty that he took, he seemed to find some jump and some anger in his game. And look at his shot. As Wedgwood moves to his left, he put his back to his right. And Wedgwood couldn't come out on top of the blue paint because he had to honor Kopitar to his left.
Fiala had 14 power play goals last year. There's his first of this year. Still plenty of time on this power play. Kemper to the bench. Extra attacker on. That was offside as they try to enter the zone. They're down by 3. Kemper will go back in the net with the faceoff just outside the Colorado zone. Fiala's been such a great sign by the Kings. 233 games, 206 points. Almost a point per game guy. Give Kopitar and Kempe the assists. Girard will clear. Kempe knocks it down. And Kemper waiting to go to the bench. Here he goes. Extra attacker on. 6-on-4. Kuzmenko throws it in. Burns. Fiala keeps it in with his body, then bangs on Lehkonen. Here's Kempe. He's got room now to attack. Shot! Saved by Wedgwood. Again, moving. Kempe. Fiala fakes the one-timer. Back to Kempe at the top. 5 forwards. Byfield in the bumper. Kuzmenko in front of the net. Vogel in front of the net. 6 forwards out there. One-timer, deflected! Just wide. Good play by Kuzmenko. He holds on to the puck, goes to Kempe. 20 seconds left in the power play. Kings down by 3. One-timer, blocked, broke the stick of Girard. He's down a twig. He'll take a stick from Nelson. Kuzmenko. Nelson doesn't have a stick at the top. They go to Kempe here if they want. One-timer! Kuzmenko goes high. Penalty over. One-timer. Flutters wide. Manson back on the ice. 6-on-5 now. Net empty. Kempe down below. Kopitar has room. Back to Kempe. Kuzmenko wants it. Shot. Rebound in front. Avs are exhausted. Boston doesn't have a stick. Taken down, but Girardi dances over him and sends it down, but this will be icing.
What keeps you motivated at this stage of your career?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
Well, got some action going on here. With Ferrier in there, with Nelson, Lehkonen in there.
Avs might be getting some more rest here. A 2+ minute shift for everyone there on the ice but Manson, who was in the box. So this gives them, as long as they don't push and shove too much and use more energy, this gives them a few more seconds here to try to catch their breath.
Don't underestimate that last save by Wedgwood. Fogle all alone in front. He blockers it to the corner, and then the Avs are able to ice the puck. Again, he's just been solid back there.
Deneau with the net empty, 6 on 5. Burns will take a couple more seconds. Moore has it, whacked at by Manson. Moore, Deneau, here's Clark. Big hit by Lehkonen. Ferrier has it now. Doughty, Clark. Have great pressure at the top here on the two defensemen. Ferrier has it. Goes down low. Moore across. Shot. Oh, what a save by Wedgwood. He robbed Deneau. Another penalty coming up. And they are after Clark again. Doughty comes over. And Clark is public enemy number 1 of the Avs. He goes right to the box. He's hearing it from the Avalanche bench. They're pointing at him and screaming at him all the way across the ice.
It was instantaneous, wasn't it? Where Lehkonen just goes right after him in the corner as soon as he could. The Kings go in there to defend him.
Shot of the
Burns in there, and that's a presence that he'll bring to the Avs, these scrums.
Here's the call.
Number 92, Haley's got a minor for cross-checking.
So just one penalty. It's on Clark. One more timeout from LA. 4-1 Avalanche. Clark in the box for cross-checking.
Yeah, and this is second time that he cross-checked an Avs player. We'll go back to earlier in the game. He comes in and he cross-checks Lehkonen. This is the one where he's going to get the penalty here. But just prior to that, when McKinnon took the penalty earlier in this period, he cross-checked Lehkonen at that time. We're going to show you. And that's why the Avs are so fired up. This one's a dangerous one, right into the far boards. Then you see McKinnon go right after him. The Avs bench, they're all upset. And then, of course, he does it again, and Lehkonen goes after him the second time. And now Colorado's going to the power play, up 4-1 with 2:19 to go.
Landeskog set the tone in the preseason after the hit on Makar. And they're carrying it over. There will be instant justice from this team. They're trying to set the tone early in this season in the competitive Western Conference. They are certainly among the favorites to win a Stanley Cup. And they're trying to get off to a good start, setting the tone, led by the return of Gabe Landeskog. And Nathan McKinnon also showing his leadership tonight. Landeskog with that preseason fight. He's kind of a bully on the block as well. He takes care of things with his fists. And he makes everyone feel a little tougher when he's out there.
And it's contagious, you know, McKinnon sticking up for Lehkonen, then Lehkonen going back after Clark in the second cross-check. And those are things long-term that make a huge difference.
And now the Avs looking to pad the stats, maybe get Macias a hat trick. He's got 2 tonight. Shot McKinnon, saved by Kemper.
And you know, the Avs just looking for the dagger here on this power play. A little extra wound. And there's the guy that, you know, stirs the drink. You mentioned it in preseason, just sets the tone. Just the presence that he has in this organization, on the ice and off the ice. We're so glad to have him back.
Marty Necas has just one career hat trick. Got it for the Hurricanes back in February of 2024 against Colorado Avalanche. 2 goals tonight on the power play. Looking for another career hattie. Taves out there with Makar and Necas and Nelson. Nelson had a chance to shoot that. Goes back to Makar, to McKinnon, and his pass is intercepted by Mikey Anderson. 45 seconds left to go in the game. The road teams did pretty well. The Blackhawks scored the first goal of the game. They gave the champs a pretty good tilt. Penguins shut out New York in New York. And now the Avalanche are going to get it done in LA. Burn shot deflects wide. Gerard keeps it in. Here come the Avs. Olofsson. That's his office to score from. You hear Wedgwood slap his goalie stick on the ice to let his teammates know Grant Clark is back on the ice. 1 shot on goal for the Avs. Olofsson shot. Kemper might have got a shoulder on that. That's a spot that Olofsson scored a lot of goals as a Buffalo Sabre, and the Avs hope he provides some third line scoring depth. After a bit of a slow start, boy, the Avs really put their fingerprints all over this game.
Yeah, that second period, they just took this game over. And, you know, Scott Wedgwood, though, had to come up big, especially in this third period. He was excellent in this hockey game, and the night gets spoiled for Anze Kopitar in the first game of his last in the NHL.
Well, great to be back with you, and of course, no better way to end the day than with SportsCenter. All your NHL highlights from the 3 games, your baseball highlights as well, the latest from the National Football League, the legend David Lloyd, and the great Nicole Briscoe, your anchors for the latest SportsCenter. For Cassie, I'm John.
If you love Italy, love Italian food,